Hello and welcome into the Sorare auction watch for the 2023-24 unique card of Jude Bellingham. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdinho on Sorare. Joined today by maximehg and Sean Newsham to see where this thing goes. Maxime, I saw you looked a little hesitant on the new music, and then the beat dropped, and I saw a little head bobbing, and so now I feel pretty good about it. I'm glad I gave it a little when I heard it the first time, I was like, and then I let it go, and I'm like, oh, all right, now it's hitting for me. Let's go. Anyway, apologies. Were we late? I don't even know if we were late. We were talking about this card, and all of a sudden it was like, wait, we're supposed to be doing this in front of other people. So thanks everyone for coming. We are 30 minutes away, 27 minutes, 33 seconds. Bellingham at the top with a 29.4187 ETH bid, which comes out to about $52,500. A lot of money, and yet Sean doesn't think it's going to go much higher, and Maxime, I believe, is on team 100 ETH, and so
no, I say it'd be a bit higher than Verts. So Verts was like midfielder card, yeah, not a forward card, yes.
Yeah, I believe it was mid.
Yeah, so these are the these are the biggest auctions that were done this calendar year. This is back to January 1st. So Verts is 5th there. And yeah, it's a midfielder card.
I think 45 is the max.
I won't say 45 is the max, because I do think, as Laird has been discussing on recent shows, that this is probably the best card on the platform right now. Like, you'd probably rather have him over anybody right now, except for maybe Mbappe. So I think it could go a little higher. I think that it like caps out at like 55 at like the absolute max. I think it probably ends up in the 40-ish range. 40, 45 is kind of where I was guessing.
We were discussing how this is now the third Bellingham unique. We've got YNWA and Team Bambi have the other two. This is obviously the first Real Madrid one, which some people probably care about. It's not the first, and it's not his like last Dortmund one, which I'm not sure people really care that much about from a collectability standpoint. I'm not sure anyone cares about any of these cards from a collectability standpoint. But
it's 3D, Laird. You told
me this one is 3D. This is the first Jude Bellingham 3D unique card.
You told me that mattered.
Hell yeah, it matters. Look at this, Sean. Whoa! Oh.
Wow! Oh,
you have never been able to do this with a Jude Bellingham unique card ever. This is the first time, Sean.
Yep.
Wow.
You have to go into the real world to see another 3D card of Jude Bellingham. And they're really thin.
Oh, Laird. That might have been one of your worst takes on the platform.
No. I'm dying on that hill, Sean. You are dead wrong on this one.
Maxime, what's your take there? Is Laird correct on that one?
Yeah, I have to go with Sean on this one. I think it's nice to have, but I don't think it changes dramatically things. And I think that taking pictures with augmented cards, like going to the cinema or to the movies with a card, or going to a football game and show your card on a photo is something that is funny once, but probably useless after the second try.
Yeah, I think that
I don't even care about the AR even. I think it's just for this reason here. Yeah. They just look nicer.
Just for clarity, if Maxime agrees with me, that generally means it's the correct path, because Maxime will try to disagree with me if it's reasonable at all times. So the fact that he is agreeing with me is a bad sign for Laird standing on the hill. I think Laird may or may not be deceased.
No, I think I'll also preface or go back that I have had far worse takes. There's no way this is actually my worst. So I think that's what you just said. So.
You give me some worst takes you've had, and I'll let you know if they're worse.
Yeah, I'll try to think of them. Anyway, this MTFBYW has bid up to $51,000. They have a pretty decent sized gallery. It's like $500,000 I saw of a few different sports, which is kind of cool. MTFB. Let's see.
Yes, he does have some basketball as well.
Yep.
He has a Darren Fox unique.
Yep.
He has
Have
2 Jude Bellingham super rares. So he clearly is a fan of Jude Bellingham.
Also, just recently bought the Rodrigo unique.
Yep.
So we've got a little Real Madrid there.
Maybe we have a new Camembert who is a Real Madrid fan.
This is also the one who bought the new Jimmy Butler unique.
Yep.
Camembert was the one I forgot the name of that.
-74%.
Yep.
Wow, that drop is hard. Like, who owns the other Jimmy Butler card?
The other unique?
Yeah.
Probably YNWA, AJ, or Bellama. Those are like the only 3 I think that I can remember were involved with NBA that heavily. But this one looks so much cooler, Laird. Oh, there's
looks like 50 Shades of Shy.
He actually just bought a Jokic super rare today.
You did?
No, he did.
Oh.
Because Bellama has one that he was like possibly selling, and I was like, yeah, I'm possibly interested in it, but the issue is I'm not paying like 5 ETH for a Jokic super rare. As much as I would enjoy having one.
That's okay. I like this coming from Juju because MTF BYW has the Rodrigo, the 5% Real Madrid unique collection bonus coming soon.
There you go.
What do you think Bellama's max bid is? Because actually, I don't even know if that is a max, no, it can't be because it wasn't immediate. So
yeah, we don't know what his max bid is. I don't know. I think Bellama could go a bit higher if he wants to. I'm just not sure if he will or not.
Well,
we
know he can.
We know he can. I don't know if he will.
Wait a second, Andrew. You said no one cares about collectibility, but why would you pay that much then?
I don't want to say no one. That was incorrect. But I think it's if you're trying to figure out the value of these cards, utility versus collectibility, I think is significantly lower on the percentage scale.
Yeah, surely. But
that's all.
Do you need Bellingham to actually do you need the third unique of Bellingham to actually be competitive in unique divisions?
I think he's the best card on the platform.
Yeah. No, but it helps, but definitely it helps. But I mean, it has to be way lower than the 2 first, right? Why would it be higher than the 2 first?
Because he was at Dortmund.
Price, you mean?
Well, then that means that people care about the collectibility aspect or the new season bonus, but I don't think they really care at this point.
No, I meant that I think he was at Dortmund and he wasn't what it seems like the type of player he is now. It seems like he has upped his level.
Yeah, but performance-wise, it's basically better than Wirtz.
Yeah.
But it's a midfielder, so it's not that great because you have a lot of good midfielders. So
it's great from a U23 perspective. He's like miles better at U23. Laird's going to tell you he's the best card on the platform over everybody. So you're going to have
I think it is. I'm not going to come off that.
His U23 difference is massive.
Yeah. U23 until 2027.
Yeah. Because literally all these other guys, except for until you get down to Saka, are going to die.
Saka, maybe. Yeah.
Like O'Reilly dies, Almada dies, Leone probably dies, Puig probably dies. So all of a sudden, or Puig. So all of a sudden, you have him 20 points better than every other. That's not sustainable. I don't think it's 80 L15 sustainable, but call him a 70 L15. He's a significant miles better than literally every other option with no moves.
So Andrew, can you go to Bellama's page and build next week U23 lineup, please?
Of course we can.
I actually think Bellama's U23 situation is not near as good as what other people's is too. He lags behind other people in U23 uniques.
So you can play 1 or 2 super rares, right?
Yeah, but he's gonna. I mean, you really need to play more to be competitive. So he's gonna go back. He's gonna play Chevalier.
Huh.
So he's going to
Against
play
Monaco, probably
Cavalier.
not.
That's unique. Yeah.
He's probably going to play Lakeba. Probably going to play Delict, or he could play Delict. Batterina.
Okay, so right now his best options in U23 unique midfielders are Batterina, Saka, SR, or Musiala SR, right?
Yeah, his forwards are not good. Like I don't know which forward he would play.
Yeah, you probably play Vinicius SR, right?
Probably, especially if you have Jude. So you'd probably play.
Yeah.
He'd probably play. Well, this upcoming game.
Oh, Jimenez is pretty good.
He's probably playing.
Don't play it to Sean.
Sure, doesn't matter. Then he plays Jude. So you probably play Delict instead of Lakeba right now, unless he's playing Delict and Champ. So like it would be something like this with like Bellingham or with Bellingham.
Yeah, I guess he could use the Bellingham then.
Yeah. But even like go to if you go to other people's galleries, I think you're going to see similar issues just because the mid isn't great. Like the mid spot isn't great for a lot of people, I would imagine.
Well, basically, if you don't own Musiala or Saka unique, it's basically bad. But is it you know better than us on that? Is it like, can you win with a super rare or two?
Yeah, you can, but U23 is hard because the only people that like the best lineups in U23 are stacked as shit. Like you're gonna see here with Jared Duke, like his lineup's just not like he has Batterina too. I'd play Batterina.
Well, that's a great lineup.
Yeah.
This
so
one
like, this lineup is difficult to be that bad, right? It's just a really good lineup. And then I know Dream Villains is really good. I'm assuming YNWAs is really good. So like the current issue with how Division 1s play is there just aren't many cards in U23 unique. Like there's only 3 cards, and if you don't win, your card's worth like an ETH. So it's difficult unless you win, and winning is hard without 5 uniques right now in at least that division, because like the lineups people are putting out are really good. Don't get the hell out of here.
I had to do it.
Does everyone have a Batterina unique? Literally every gallery we've gone to has a Batterina unique.
I don't think it's good enough. I don't think the Dream Villain gallery is good enough for a Jude.
No, but I mean, like all these lineups. So, like, if we're looking at all these lineups, like everyone's playing Batterina in midfield. So all of a sudden, you had Jude, and you're not playing Batterina. It's a difference maker. Because apparently, everyone in the mom has a Batterina.
He's like young too. That there's so many Batterina uniques out there.
I wouldn't have guessed there was 3 uniques of Batterina. I'm gonna be honest.
I think YNWA is not going after this if Max is, right?
Well, he has one, so he doesn't need to.
Yeah, he has one already.
Like, this is what I'm talking about, though. You look at these lineups, and you're just like... It's everyone's playing the same cards, right? So it's like, you either need to be at the max of those cards, which Jude would, in theory, do, or you need to be different. Like, for example, I think Sugawara is a much better unique than all these guys at defense, but none of these guys have Sugawara.
Who does?
I don't even know who Sugawara is. Well,
In good matchups, Sugawara is like nuts.
A flow state.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, like this is an impactful card. Like I won a super, and I've probably won. Let's see what I've won with it. I feel like I've won a decent amount already with it. So like I've won a Sugawara. I've won like and I haven't won that much with it actually so far. But that card is just a really good card for like this type of competition, because if everyone's running Delict and you don't have Delict and you're running Sugawara, it could be a difference maker spot.
Yeah, especially since Delict is playing because Upamecano is out, right?
Correct. The Kuiper's really good too. His midfielder sucks. He could go for that card. Simseer season, baby. But like, honestly though, here's the thing.
This isn't
right?
good enough to have Jude in it.
No, but like,
no.
It's not good enough. But like, it's different. So at least in those situations, like all of a sudden, let's say Batterina DNPs, you just wiped out like 3 or 4 of the best lineups there could be. So like it's so being different in those situations at least gives you a chance to be competitive. Mm-hmm. So has Pranksy been buying cards recently?
He doesn't really have that many uniques at all.
No, he doesn't have the depth to actually get that card.
No, yeah, he's not playing it. I don't know if he's been buying. No, he's been buying. Nothing like this, though.
Oh, Martinelli, not too bad, but it's not consistent
stinks.
enough.
Martinelli stinks on Sorare. He's not very good.
Well, he did score pretty well last 3 games.
Jude obviously helps here, but not. It's too much.
Yeah.
I mean, Pranksy also did 100 ETH on Mbappe.
True.
But
I mean, this
12 minutes left. Bellingham still at the top here, $52,000. Who was the other one that had? Fantasy Teller.
Yeah, and you should do Max also after that, please.
Yeah, Max is a good one because he definitely is competitive, and we know he doesn't have one. And it's a good division, like and Bambi you said was like Bambi's U23 is probably better than everyone's U23 would be my guess.
Wow!
But it's a mid. That's unfortunate. It's a mid.
Well, you prefer Kvaratskhelia as a forward, right?
Oh wait, I bought the super rare Kvaratskhelia.
There's like one.
Yeah. Right? Oh, I tried to buy one. I failed. I bought the 2 as a reward.
So this Bellingham unique here would look pretty good.
Yeah. Go to
Bambi. Was saying Pranksy has the Doku unique, which I didn't put in.
Disrespecting per usual. Go to Max, see what Max is, and then go to Bambi's because I guarantee Bambi's like the end boss.
I feel like Van Voort's unique is kind of like the one you have to actually play consistently.
It doesn't matter.
Well, now he's benched in Europa League.
He's going to play today, though, apparently. They said Coach came out yesterday and said he's not rotating again. Rodrigo.
Max's uniques.
Yeah, Max's uniques are great. But like you can run, all of a sudden you run Rodrigo, and then you run Jude, and then you run Vinny Jr. Super or something. Like you got a full Madrid stack.
Well, yeah, but Rodrigo is rotating a lot also.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jude here. That's pretty competitive, even with the super rare.
Go to Bambi. Bambi's probably.
Yeah, that's the end boss. Yeah.
Haber said he saw someone swap an Oshiman for Doku, which he thought was a poor deal on the Doku seller.
Yeah, I'd rather have Doku if I had to choose, probably.
Yeah, Osimhen is a weird card. You're like, oh, he's scoring so much, but no AA at all. So I think Doku is way better than.
Yeah, like the thing is too is like Bambi has options. He can run Costa. He can run whichever one he wants.
But Doku is like, is it a solid starter yet? I don't think he is.
He's not locked in, but when he plays, he just smashes because he's so good.
Yeah, but you have to know if he's playing or not. That's the big thing.
Yeah, Boniface has been unbelievable, and he has Holland. So like all this, this is
Musiala or Haaland.
I'm playing Holland and
Boniface. Yeah.
Boniface. I'm probably playing Boniface over Musiala for now.
Yeah, surely.
Like that. It's not even like so. Like in Global All Star, right? Like if you need to have, I would actually. So like I think in Global All Star this year, I have probably won Global All Star Division 1 more than maybe everyone except for a couple people. Because I've won it, I think, 3 times, and I doubt many people have won it more than 3 times. And
All-Star unique.
If I finish like 6th, I get a card worth like half an ETH, right? Or if I finish like 9th, I get a card worth like a quarter of an ETH. Like it's not tons, but it's something. Whereas here, if you do not win, you get like 1 ETH. If you get 3rd, you get like a half an ETH, and that's it. And like we've got like 10 lineups that are like really freaking good.
Can you show the price pool, please, Andrew?
What?
Can you show the price pool for U23 unique, like under the lineup?
Oh yeah. Sean, are you saying you've won All-Star Unique more than anyone else?
Oh, they're giving 4 or they're giving 5. I didn't know they were giving 5 rewards. I thought they were only giving 3. Sorry. So never mind. It's better than I was giving credit for. Because like if you get 5th and you get a tier 2, it's probably worth like half an ETH.
Wow, no tier 1.
No, it's
It's
weird.
like star or tier 2. It's weird.
Yeah, tier 2s are worth like at most like 0.75, 0.80. No, Laird, I said I've probably won it more than everyone except for like 4 or 5. Like I probably top 5 wins in All-Star D1 this year.
Oh, this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This year. Yeah, not long term.
AJ is up to 38.913
Oh.
ETH.
No, but look at the jump. Like from 30 to 38.
Well, that just
So
means
Bellingham max bid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was Bellinghama's max bid, 38.913. And AJ is now at 38.9132, $68,636. Thank you to Fling Flong, who told us that the bid came in.
Yep.
So we've got 7.5 minutes left. I'll say this is actually pretty early for AJ. I feel like he's the 3 seconds left guy.
I don't understand anyone bidding late anymore. I just think there's no benefit to it.
Well, yeah,
Drama.
there's benefit for us.
Yeah, drama
Well,
and
yeah, for
content.
us, yes.
Come on. AJ knows what he's doing.
I think that wins. I don't think anyone else overbids that.
68,000 gets us to that's over verts from a fiat standpoint. And what was the ETH? 38.9, which is still behind a few, including Neymar. Oof.
Oh wow. He got injured like maybe a week after that, right?
I don't know. It was longer than the first works that came out. Remember the first works that came out that went for like 90 and then he tore his ACL in the literal next day?
It was like, it was really.
It was literally the next game. Like, it was definitely the next game.
Yeah, well, can you show when Moon's lineup builder also,
Sure.
please, Andrew? I think that would be interesting. I'm not sure he has. Oh wow, I didn't know.
Yeah, AJ's lineup's gonna be good too.
Maybe now, yeah.
Having options at goalie is like the most important thing.
Melee is pretty good because you can play midweeks, most midweeks also.
Yeah, having midweek one's important.
Enzo is like you want to see the player play, but you don't want to have him on Sorare. It's so frustrating.
He has a lot of options, so like this would definitely make sense for Jude to go into this lineup
For sure.
because he has a lot of different options at every waking or every spot.
You can do Davies also.
Yeah.
Joao is there also. That's pretty good.
You got Jonathan David, who is a unique is fine. Like Lakeba's solid.
I hate David. It's like it's that kind of a card that when I play it, I know I'm going to have a bad time. It's like Simmons is there also. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Alvarez.
Is it?
Kirchie.
Well, it's going to be at some
he scored
point.
yesterday, didn't he? Somebody gave me.
It was a really nice goal he scored yesterday. Yeah. It was a really good goal.
Okay. Maybe let's go back to the auction because it's going to be over soon.
I like this. Never rule Pavel.
See?
Roxy.
All right, we should just stay here.
Let's go and see what.
Yeah, we didn't do Roxy either.
We didn't do Roxy.
Yeah. We have 4 minutes.
You got time.
I need to suggest a lineup for other users.
Well, no, because if you do that, anyone can bid anyone's lineup.
Not having goalies is difficult because it just limits your options incredibly.
I love this.
That's pretty good. Oh, he has
defensive stack.
Vinny, yeah. So him getting it would make a lot of sense.
That would be sick with Jude. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're 40.47 when Moon at the top. Man. So yeah, this Roxy one. Benfica defensive stack, Real Madrid attacking stack, and Musiala.
Hey, boss message is very funny, I think. It took me time to actually figure it out, but it's pretty funny.
So if you ever think in another universe I'd be a blank, well, this is the only universe that Jonathan David is a professional footballer.
David's going to come in and say in many other universes he's a professional footballer, is what he's going to say.
I mean, he's pretty good, but I'm not sure he's like kind of Osimhen good.
No,
And
he's like below that, but it's same player type, right?
yeah, but where do you go next? It's like
Yeah. Well, the thing is like those player types, though, I've said it before, in like the unique division and the super rare division, they are much better players than if you use them in the rare pro,
yes,
rare plus and limited and rare divisions. Like in those divisions, they're like
yes.
way less important of a player. In the unique division, the super division, it's like, all right, you give me 75, that's not bad at all. Whereas like you give me 75 and like rare, it's like, all right, well, I'm like capped out at a tier 2.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Haber had a good goal this weekend. He was showing me. He was very excited about it in a charity match. Dude is like a professional footballer that just plays like 20 charity matches a year. He just like is in unlimited amount of charity matches.
Wait a sec. What is? Well, you would play David this midweek, right? Like he's playing against Bratislava, but 55 minutes in, he's on 40 points, and they losing 0-1.
They rotated
That's
heavily last midweek too.
yeah, but it's like this one they played like pretty much their best 11 and are still losing.
Speaking of youthful players that are having good games, Sven Coombs is having a good game today. Andy Black, unfortunately, is missing this occasion. But he's on 82 at 57 minutes. So hopefully,
bid up to 43.862, but Win Moon above with the max bid. So we're at $77,364. Oh,
hey,
Roxy came in at 80,000, and Wen Moon clearly has a max bid over 45.6169. We've got, let's see, 70 seconds left.
Damn.
And yeah, 80,000.
How about you, Sean? A late bid on that one, on this one?
Yeah, Mark Lele asked me earlier if I was going to bid on this. I'm like, no, I'm not going to bid on this.
Mark bid on it.
Yeah, I mean, I might have bid on it. See if I bid on it. I might have bid on it, but he like
my favorite was that he bid on it, and somebody was like, "What's your max?" And he was like, "That was it, 1.5 ETH."
Yeah,
47 now.
Yep, 47 ETH. We could hit 100 grand, at least in dollars.
No way. It goes to 100.
Oh, Germ said he's waiting for the Leighton Ellis bid with all those so rare millions.
True.
This is where it is.
If someone can afford it, it's definitely that guy that gets millions in from the site.
And
so Roxy,
from us also.
Did you say Roxy has one, right? Oh no, it's Bambi. Sorry, not Roxy. Both of these guys.
You don't want to know.
Let's get to 50.
No, it's over. It's over. I mean, well,
nope.
Yeah.
Not over.
Let's just get it to 50.
49.3397. So that, do you think Wen Moon's max is 50?
No, AJ could have if AJ wants the card, AJ typically gets the card.
I mean, you can say the same thing about Roxy.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I think that AJ probably has a higher max bid than 50, but he might not. I would like to think
if this goes in 17 seconds.
I mean, it's a great card.
80,000.
Yeah, you can spin it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Showed why it was a great card many times,
and no one else can do it, right?
I wish.
Yeah, AJ, you need to let Laird know he's not allowed to spin around your card.
Oh, I'm spinning.
Over now. Yeah, just refresh it for the sake of it, but I think it's done.
Look at that.
Oh, available for
you can't trade it for 13 days. What's this?
Oh, because he used his credit card. Oh no, a credit. So that's not a credit card, but like he got a credit somehow.
Well, has to be a credit card, right?
I would assume so. Yes.
Yeah.
So winning bid 88,031 cents. 49.3397 ETH. The 49 ETH makes it the fifth highest of the year, behind Mbappe at 109 and change, Haaland 86, Kimmich 68, and Vinny Jr. 52. But it is the fourth highest fiat-wise, right? 88,000, yeah. Mbappe 195,000, Haaland 180,000, Kimmich 100,000. Should this card have been cheaper than Kimmich?
I mean, the market is down way from.
Oh yeah, I guess it was February that Kimmich got.
So like, none of these are comparable, right? Because literally nothing is even in this range like from when they were auctioned.
Yeah, the most recent is this Kane one at 31,000.
The Kane one was absurdly cheap to me.
Hmm.
I mean, granted, he's a lot older, but like he's like very freaking good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ben
but-
said he thinks that AJ got the $20 referral fee, and so
No, but
that's-
do
that was the
you
credit.
really think like AJ is referring people? Like it's like, oh, you should go and I get $20.
Yeah.
No.
Whoever referred AJ should get paid for this one, but I guess not. Yeah, congratulations, Wen Moon. No trades. Can't trade this one for 14 days, but yeah, that's a nice one. Nice card.
But that's that's actually the most expensive card, the 2023 unique card.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Almada.
I will say, as much as we're like making fun of like designs and all that shit, I actually like the unique designs for this season. I actually think
Yes,
the best unique design. Like that looks better than all other uniques that we've had.
exactly.
I also don't understand why the color has changed every year from brown to black to purple. Like it's that one's weird to me.
Purple way better than brown though.
I agree. I mean, purple's better than the black ones too. I think. Like I like the purple.
Oh, did you see the Bruges game was downgraded?
Yeah.
I did because Surface was complaining about it. Isn't that the same team that you got screwed on before because they downgraded it?
But why? Lugano is in Switzerland, right? They have
Yeah.
cameras there. Wow, no.
Yeah, they're covered too.
Mm-hmm.
By the way,
Boo. I
Laird,
hate Opta.
I'm in first place in Cap 270 Super Rare.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you prioritize competitions.
Yeah.
You know, rewards.
Prioritize every competition but that competition. Now I probably have to prioritize that competition.
It's delayed. Oh, well, delayed to when is the good question.
Yeah, Flake Flog with the key.
Saturday.
They might fix it later. That sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah, I mean,
The funny thing is AJ's lineup is worse than everyone else's with Jude.
hey, that's a good lineup. So what's the name? Well, yeah, probably.
It's not a pat on the back, Germ. It's like a depression point because that's not where I would like to be in first place.
But he has Davies instead of Lukeba also, I think.
Yeah, but either way, like this is just so much worse than everyone else that has a Jude unique by like a pretty significant margin. But still
Not everybody else. It's like two other people.
Yeah, everybody else that has a Jude unique.
Oh, that has a Jude unique. Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone that has a Jude unique has a much better lineup.
Yep. That doesn't mean this is the last piece.
No, AJ definitely is prone to go out and add good cards like that. So for sure.
Only 87. That's not that good.
Bruno. I don't even know if AJ will use it in U23.
That's what I'm wondering.
I asked him what his max was, but he hasn't responded.
He was too scared of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if he... Well, I mean, I always ask what it was and then if I can share it, but he has not been around yet.
I mean, realistically, he is somebody who, like, the reason that we talked about, Sean, is that the reason why he's such a good card is because he's not just a U23 card.
Yeah.
Like, you can easily play Bellingham in Champion Europe like this. This is a pretty solid lineup. I'll even throw in the Leverkusen defensive stack to make Grimaldo feel better.
Laird, good news for you, by the way. Sebastian Coates is on 88 somehow. I have no idea how.
There's nothing good news about that for me.
Oh. Did you botch him again, per usual?
No, I have Adon with him. Adon didn't start.
Why did you play Don with him?
Why did I?
Yeah.
Because he was going to start.
Doesn't he rotate in Europe?
He hasn't.
Oh. R.I.P.
Anyway.
in the Laird.
It's fine. I like this lineup. I don't play Champion Europe Unique, but it seems like this should be competitive.
So Hoodwink said the wording in the Jude purchase was bought with credit, not credit card. So was the referral credit, I guess. So AJ is getting $20 off because he referred someone. So kudos.
So it's really only $87,980.
No, but you can get credit now also for other things, I guess.
Oh, like
So,
right back. Like if someone spends $100,000, you get like 5,000
yeah,
back. Whatever.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, I wouldn't be I would be very surprised it's $20 off the referral program, but yeah, you never know.
That was the only way he was buying it, as long as he had that referral credit.
If he got that 0.001% discount, that was the only way he was in.
Right.
So Coates is going to do 100, Andrew.
Well, I'm not sure on that yet because they definitely could concede.
Yeah, but 98, he could do the 100 without a clean sheet.
Yeah, he's in my cap 270 lineup. That's why I'm smashing it. That and Sorare Italia put up a 290 after his 613.
So you're playing 270?
No, I'm not. I'm not playing it, and yet I now am.
You are winning.
Yes.
So you're playing it.
Now I am probably playing it by not intention.
I split Adon and Coates in one lineup, and that's the lineup that I have De Kuiper in. Who did not?
And they're not getting scored.
He didn't even start.
Oh, well, so you screwed it up in a different way, Laird.
Yeah.
Laird's over there lairding. Finds a way to botch his lineup and plows it in. It must have been a terrible matchup for Coates, or he must have been questionable because I played him in Cap 270 Super Rare. So that was like 15th down the list on lineups I created with Super Rares.
So that's called Run Good.
What?
I believe that's called Run Good.
Yeah, well, apparently.
What is your opinion on the whole Sotonio Man City situation? I think it's great.
What's the situation?
What situation?
He got 3 Man City limited cards for like 3 cents because they were in the API but not posted, and he gave them back.
Oh.
And they are having a contest where they're going to give them away now.
Oh, that sounds nice.
They could give one back to him at least, or to them.
He gave all 3 back, and it was Ruben Diaz, De Bruyne, and Rodrigo, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice of him.
That's very nice.
Maxime? What was your thought on the Basil bot situation from the weekend?
So yeah, I had a lunch with some of the some Sorare guys. So I didn't know about this before Monday. I don't know, man. It's very difficult because I think that running a bot is very complicated, and I think you have to be pretty sure that when you're running it, you're not putting in danger your jewels. I don't know. I think that it's kind of a bug bounty to me. If you lose your cards because you did not code your bot well, then you have to pay them back. At least some of it, you have to pay it back.
So if you were on the receiving end of the cards, would you have given them back to him?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I would have make sure first that I would get something for giving them back.
So you'd be like, give me an ETH or 2 and we'll call it a day.
Yeah.
Okay. That was pretty much my thoughts on it.
But because it's Coinbase, a very famous example, Coinbase had a very serious, a critical bug in their systems where you could basically print ETH and withdraw ETH and infinity. You could get every single ETH they had from them. And so one company actually found out about the bug, and so did not exploit it, sent a bug bounty report. And do you know how much they got out of it?
I would hope a lot.
10K.
Oof. That's rough.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's like you can't do that because you would get sued anyway because you can't like misuse on purpose like code and stuff like that. But to me, it's like common practice that if you find something on a platform and you find a bug that is critical to a platform, at least you reward the people that report the bug.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's kind of like I looked at it as it was like a bug finding. It was like a finder's fee type of situation. And I know Basil. I know he offered. I think something. Like I think he offered a reasonable amount.
Yeah,
nothing's changed with.
I'm not judging that. It's like
Yeah.
you have to negotiate. But I guess I would be very rich if Opta had a bug bounty program.
True. Valid.
No, I mean it's crazy. The things we see, it's crazy. But it's running a big company with a lot of stats. You know about FlashScore, right? It's an app that is giving you the results very quickly. Well, they are famous for that. Well, they actually do all the stats on their own, and they have like students sleeping in the office basically and just watching games around the clock, and they're just like doing that. And they're like a $100 million company. I mean, if you want to run like a stats business, it's just have to buy an office, find students, and you're good to go.
Print money. I pulled up the unique sold since August 1st. Bellingham, obviously the top, but we've got Bellingham, Messi, Kane, Veerman, and Griezmann, and another Batterina.
And well, it doesn't look like we're going to have like Mbappe's unique anytime soon. So it might. Well, who's going to go higher than Bellingham? I don't think I see a clear candidate for that.
Holland's the only one that realistically I think should be possibly above him.
And that would be his fourth, right?
I don't know. But that's the only one I think realistically should be above him. Like I don't think any other card should be above Bellingham right now if it's not Mbappe. And like even that, like I don't know. I mean Carlos Gil maybe, but
you don't think a new Mbappe? Oh, it's only three. They're only two. You don't think a new Mbappe would go more than Jude?
They don't auction off cards of teams they don't have license there.
No, I'm saying if they had a new Mbappe.
Yeah, I think a new Mbappe would probably go for more than Jude, but that's the only card that I think definitively.
Why though?
Jude.
Why though?
They're not. I mean,
just because it's a forward.
He's the best player in the world in theory, long term. I would rather have Jude, I think, than an Mbappe unique. Like if you Jude unique or an Mbappe unique right now, I'd probably rather have a Jude.
Surely.
But like that, the only cards I think realistically could be above Jude would be Mbappe and Holland right now. I don't think anyone else could realistically be above them. Because like I don't think Kimmich should be above them. And that's pretty much it.
Do you think, Sean, it's frustrating to buy Bellingham or I don't know, Vinicius, for example, unique without knowing if there's going to be a Mbappe unique that year?
No, because I mean, if you're buying those, you probably just go buy an Mbappe anyways, and you can always play all of them anyways. Like, I don't think so.
You mean investor and ambassador Kylian Mbappe? Yeah.
Hey, all I know is
imagine they release like a unique Mbappe without the PSG shirt. Like that would be fun.
Don't we have? I mean, there are plenty of Mbappe France shirts. Let's just run that deal again before the Euros.
Yeah. Also.
Yeah. Who knows?
But no, because they said they were going to stop that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they said
too much fun.
No, they said during the World Cup that they didn't want to print cards, national team cards, because it was messing up the supply, and they had deals with the clubs that were incompatible with that.
Yeah.
How about Jerem said, how about the Mbappe unique and a Sorare ambassador jersey?
Didn't they give out those jerseys like in a contest last? I actually really like that jersey, by the way.
The Messi one is the best one. That's the
Yeah,
one.
that Messi one, the Messi was worn. That's like a really nice jersey that I would really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
They're the basketball. The things they had those guys wearing in basketball were horrendous.
They look like they're out of Space Jam.
I don't even know what they were. They just looked like a plain jersey that was just terrible.
Where are these France? Do you have one, Maxine?
I have one. Yeah, I have one.
You have a French one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah, and not necessarily a good choice, to be honest, because I have a lot of PSG of that year.
Oh yeah.
So my history with Mbappe is pretty fun. It's
I love this story.
It's so I bought Mbappe in the first PSG cards, right? Like any reasonable soccer player at the time would do. And so I had it for like 3 ETH or something. And during the 2021 boom, we were all like, some people sold their Mbappe for like 6 or 7 ETH, and I was like, better like list it for like 9.99 and see how it goes. And it actually sold for 9.99 overnight, and I was like, oh, my gallery has to be bugged. No way it sold. And my card was sold also for 9.99. It was sold back again to someone else for 50 ETH. So yeah, I owned the most like expensive rare card in the game.
This
It's
feels
like I yeah, it's
this feels
entirely
like
true.
someone who like doesn't understand 100 ETH Joao Felix to me, Laird.
So yeah, this one, that was my card.
Number 29.
So Saunders bought the card from me, and he sold it back. Well, I'm not even sure that was a legit sale, to be honest. To say, I'm not sure. So it's one of the first edition PSG.
One of these, right? Yeah.
Yeah. See, 3.49.
4 days later.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, 9.99. That's such a good deal. I was like dancing in my bed. And like 5 days later, I was like, what the actual F? and so I waited and waited and waited until Mbappe was like worth less money. And bought it back for like 6 ETH and sold it again for 12 ETH to someone random, because I was just testing listing cards on Sorare, and bought it back to YNWA the next morning for 10 ETH.
I didn't know the first part of that story. I knew that part. I had no
But
idea.
I was so panicked. I was like 12 ETH, but I want to play with Mbappe. I need to have one. And so went to see YNWA, who had multiple Mbappe cards, and were like, how much would you get for Mbappe card? It was like, someone would be crazy to pay 10 ETH. And I was like, I'm fine with 10 ETH. And so that's how I got my friend's Mbappe. But to be honest, I'm not even sure that this guy actually exists.
Ben just asked to whales like Laird, when you see 5+ ETH in your gallery, how much of your decision goes through your mind as to whether to withdraw it or not?
I've never had 5 ETH in my gallery.
I frequently had 5 ETH in my gallery and never have thought to withdraw it. So, actually, that's not true. I've thought to withdraw it more recently than before.
Hey, Sean, do you still play NBA?
I do.
Yeah, do you want NBA cards? I'm selling like 69 cards if you want them.
I'm not going to buy NBA cards, but thank you for that offer.
If anyone wants 69 NBA cards, just shout me a message.
Have you not bought a Wemby yet?
No, I'm not. I'm not playing anymore NBA.
You don't have to play to own a Wemby.
Yeah, but well, I'd like to own ETH instead of owning Wemby card.
Have you considered selling your Mbappe for 49.99 ETH and then keeping your NBA card?
Yeah, I would definitely keep my NBA guy if I. No, but it's like it was a crazy time because we were all like the French OG talking about it, and I told someone, say, just list it for 20 ETH. It's going to go, and it went, and it was like, what was going to be, and everyone was like, oh, if it's worth 20 ETH, I'm not going to list it for like at least 30 ETH, and the highest was like 50 ETH, and that was crazy.
Do you think that guy saw 49.99? He's like, I'll never play 50, but I'll pay 49.99 ETH. I'll take that card.
Bargain. 49.99, and it sold like just like I think 6 or 10 or 12 hours before, like for 40. So it was like, oh, but let's say what 40 ETH, 49.9 seems like a good price. Oh, I get a great offer, $350 for all 69 cards. That's thank you for your offer, and I will consider it. But I'm willing to hear other sharks.
He will, guys. This is actually, he will trade you NBA cards for baseball cards.
Yes, probably. Yeah, I would probably do that.
Only Angels, though.
No, I would probably do that because I think there's a way to actually sell those cards at the start of the MLB season. But
we got a bidding war.
Bidding war.
Bidding war.
$5. I mean, it's wow.
This is like the Jude Bellingham auction right here. Here we go.
So many options. It's estimated to about like 5K. So
it is.
He will have to consider higher offers.
He needs 1%, guys. You got to get up to 1%. Offer him $50. He's in.
When do we have the ability to auction our own cards? When's that coming?
I don't know why that hasn't happened.
You had to play Sorare at the beginning because that was possible.
Oh, like that would be cool if I could set like do an eBay style where like I'd list the card and set like a floor it has to go over and then I'll sell it.
Well, I mean, I think auctions are like going to at some point disappear, and I don't think we're going to see much auctions for like regular cards, like limited, rares, etc.
For NBA?
No, for like all cards.
Oh,
I think like auctions are a very good idea to like do some price discovery, but like further down the road, what's like the if people want to buy a card, why should they wait for the next auction?
They shouldn't is the correct answer.
Collection score.
Yeah, but why isn't Sorare like selling the card for like a price, a fixed price?
I get what you're saying. I don't know.
Yep.
I think the real answer is that I don't know if I want to say this out loud. You're relying on their valuations, and based on reward pools, I think they should not do that.
Valid. Can't argue that.
No, but like if you have like a valuation based on last sales, and if you have like, for example, not sold a card for like 10 days, you just throw an auction in and discover the next price point. I understand that it's very difficult to execute well, but I think that like going on Sorare and having to wait until an auction is available to buy a card is not like a good experience.
I think it could work for limiteds, like if they auction a card and immediately the next serial number is available for that price. Maybe that's I don't know.
Well, I love also Dutch auctions. I think they're pretty good. It's like you start from like a very high point and you wait until someone is actually willing to buy,
right,
when the price is dropping.
I think that's a good idea. That's actually a pretty decent idea to begin with, where you just set it high and just let it drop it down, and then find out where it actually is priced.
Yeah, I think for price discovery, it's pretty helpful, and also it drives like revenue up because like people are FOMOing because someone can just like click and buy the card instantly. So what are you waiting for?
Yeah, I just can't handle their super evaluations anymore. It's painful.
Is
I don't
it
think they
like
would sell those outside of auctions ever.
is it like based on? I think it's based on the rare price.
You don't even need to finish. No idea.
No
The answer
idea.
is we have no
I-
Based
idea.
on
think-
neurological bullshit. It was, yeah. It just doesn't make sense. Well, here, I mean, just go show Laird the two card, or go show Maxime the two cards we use as example from Monday, Laird. So we have Yakuba Mente or Gear Charita, and you're going to look at these two and let me know which one is higher in the tier.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
You know shit, you know what we're gonna say, but just look.
In fairness, Minta is like injured now, so like the recent price is significantly lower.
No, that's not. He played the other day.
I thought he got injured.
He's whatever. It doesn't matter. The price didn't change very much. The price was rewarded before he got injured.
Correct.
So what's the super rare price?
Well, so that's
the issue. They sold the one of 10 first ever card of this dude who is a decent prospect. So like it was someone paid a decent amount for it. But like this card is not worth more than this card.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like way higher in the prize pool. Like this card was higher than this card in the prize pool.
Yes, I mean fundamentally, all they see is this card sold for a little more than an ETH 2 weeks ago, and this one 3 weeks ago for 1.3.
Yeah, but like Gear Charita had a super rare sell for how much is Gear Charita super rare sell for the other day? Because like it's sold. Yeah,
one.
But like so yeah, that's the problem is like that was 2+ weeks ago, and the Mente card was like
3
weeks ago. You can't have a valuation that's that stale.
No, but they didn't take the 1 ETH into account because it was like a direct offer and not a public offer.
You're right. Which means the last auction of Gear Charita was 60 days.
Yeah, this one, 2 months ago.
You can't. This shit's way too stale. I don't understand how you can think that that's a good idea to use that as evaluation.
I think really like I don't get why it's not semi-automatic and like you just rank the players from best to worst.
And then that's your hard. Like it's just not
well,
hard.
It is hard to
it's hard to perfect it. It's not hard to make it not horrendous.
No, but it's hard to satisfy everyone unless you let people do it.
Which you should let people do it.
Well, that's hard. But because then your supply management is pretty hard. But I mean, you could at least for like best ranks have like different type of rewards, or at least like some kind of a choice that is proposed to you.
Well, the issue is you just should have manual oversight on the situation, and you should be able to make sure the tier 0 and tier 1 make sense. Because those are the most important cards that are on the platform.
Yeah, and tier 2s too. I mean, tier 2s are pretty important.
Sure. I mean, so like if you look at those, it doesn't take that. Like this took you how long? Less than 0 seconds to figure out the correct answer.
Yeah, but Sean, what would you prefer? Would you prefer having like a not horrendous list of players, but with its mistakes and its problems? Okay, let's say you get like a tier 2 because you're ranked like, for example, fourth to 10th, you're getting like a superior tier 2, right? For example, would you prefer like your 7th? Would you prefer like going the actual Sorare way of like they have to make sure that the 6th place is getting a better reward than the 7th place, and then the 8th place, etc. Or would you prefer like opening a box where you can get any super rare out of the tier 2 tier?
I want it the first way every time.
Why is that?
Because I want to know if I finish ahead of someone, I'm getting a better reward than them. It would be like playing a poker tournament and finishing 5th and getting more money than the winner makes no sense. It's the same thing here.
But why do you think that having like a score that is like 1 point above the other one justifies like a difference in a drastic difference in like the price?
Because you scored higher and you won.
Well,
so why
you play DFS also, right?
Yeah.
Is it like, is DFS like the reward is actually like going like decreasing by the rank?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like poker, right?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't like play a structure where like if you placed between like 2 ranks, for example, you're eligible for like, I don't know, a random card. You wouldn't play that.
I wouldn't.
Why?
I would literally not consider it for a second.
Okay, why is that?
Because I want to get the better card if I finish ahead of someone. It does not make sense to me to get a worse reward than someone else.
And so you would prefer like you would prefer suffering, let's say, or like being mad at a card being higher in the pool but should not be higher in the pool because like you can't do a perfect list, than like having a shot having like the best of the pool but also the worst of the pool.
No, but that's not acceptable either. Having a list that is horrendous that could be easily fixed is also not acceptable. Like it's just two, like the question is like, which of these 2 unacceptable answers do you want? And they're both unacceptable.
Well, I think that it's harder than you actually think it is.
I disagree.
I would say I think when you have like so many players, it's actually,
again, we're not.
I would say that I would find, I think like 10 different people with let's say that if I asked 10 different people to actually build a list, I think I would come up with 10 different versions, but 10 very different versions.
Yeah, but one, the only thing that matters is the valuation of the card. That's the only thing that matters. 2, if you have a bunch of different people that thinks maybe one card is slightly higher than the other, then you just merge the ranges and put them in a middle ground and you average them out. But regardless, like, again, I agree. I think perfecting it is very difficult. I don't think improving it to a point that it is non-moronic as shit is not hard. You could have 2 or 3 guys that look at the list and be like, oh, hey, this guy tore his ACL this weekend. We should probably remove him from the list. Gone. Or, hey, this guy is worth half the price at limited and rares than this guy. They probably should be reversed in the super rare category. That is not hard. What is hard is like, yeah, this guy's worth 0.001 in limited and 0.0011 in the other guy's 0.0011 or whatever. And then in rare, they're slightly flipped. Which one is ahead of the other? That is difficult. That is more difficult. My issue is glaring mistakes that are like horrendously ridiculous.
So would you be open at like a random tier 3 instead of like a list, because you just admitted, and I think you're right, that it's too difficult to rank people or to rank players accurately when there are too many on a single tier?
Yeah, so maybe like down in tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, you get a random card and that's fine. But like if we talked about before too, like at one point they said that the tier 0 tier was going to be condensed, right? And it was only going to be the top players on the platform. If I go look at let's go look at Global All-Star tier 0 this week for the unique division and see, like, they told us it was going to get condensed and the only cards that were going to be in it were going to be good cards. Here is like the bottom of the list. Gavi, who's not worth very much. Luke de Jong, who's great card, but he's not a tier 0. Leao, Emi Martinez, like you just have Rasmus Højlund, Antonio Nusa, like you just have all these guys. Then you also have Jude Bellingham, Erling Haaland, Joshua Kimmich, and it's like it's also a certain situation where you look at too, like every time you look at the super rare pools and you just look through super rares, they are so poorly constructed, the tiers, that it is absolutely ridiculous how they can be so poorly constructed. And that's where my issue is. And the rares, like again, the rares, like if I look at rares with Minty and Geartrida, I guarantee you, like let me go look at the rares here because I'm curious where like Geartrida is and where Minty is. So like Minty is not a tier 1 rare. He's a tier 2 rare. And Geartrida is like 50 places higher than him on the tier 2 list. This isn't a guy that should be behind Geartrida in the super rare list. It doesn't make sense. So like a lot of their issues are with the super rare unique divisions prizing, which is unfortunate. That's where people are investing the most money in playing. So like they walk away and just are like, this is terrible. Yeah, Nanzo said you can gamify it. Give users the ability to rate the players' rankings and use it to help inform tiers and pools. You could do that. You could have a team that's devoted to rewards pools. Like Laird will disagree with this. So we won't go into
I think you're missing that. I don't think you're playing the game. Well, I don't think you're playing Sorare as a game. I think you're more playing it as a way to make money. And I think that if you're Sorare and you think that you're this kind of product, then I would agree with you. But if you think that Sorare is actually more a game than a gambling platform, I would think that you would need to gamify more and add some kind of randomness to the reward process.
Well, but then in that situation, that's not what most anybody that I've heard talk about on Sorare thinks.
Sure, but no, I do not say that they're wrong or that I'm right. I say that it's because Sorare is seen as more a gambling platform than an investment. Oh, well, more than a gaming platform. Like you play Sorare to get money out of it. You don't play Sorare for fun.
Well, I do both.
No, I think that you can't do both well.
If I'm winning a lot of money, I'm having fun, so I can do both.
Yeah,
well.
but but you're winning because you own the best cards and you actually spent a lot of money on them, and that's fine. But if I'm sorry, I'm asking myself how much Sean has been spending on my game the last year, and I'm like, how much Sean has been making money on my game over the last year.
Well, Sean hasn't taken out $1 on my game, so I would be happy with Sean. The people that are really hurting the ecosystem are the people that are actually withdrawing and taking money off the platform compared to someone that's recycling it in.
No, that's inaccurate because you're not like investing money on Sorare. You're just spending the money they gave back to you.
No, I have deposited in the last year a couple times.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Well, doing more.
Then I would say I'm definitely more toxic player than you are for the platform because I'm not spending any kind of money on the platform, and still I'm making tons of money out of it. And that's a problem that you have to solve also.
No, I'm not arguing that's not a problem. I agree with that. They need to figure out, and I think like a lot of that comes down to you need to get sponsorships that put up money that funnel.
But Sean, sponsorships pay what? You know that. How much would you pay to sponsor a division on Sorare?
No, I mean sometimes I've seen it on DraftKings. DraftKings have deals with like Modelo and different brands that put up like $25,000 a week.
How many players have DraftKings?
I have no idea.
1.2 million a month. How many players have Sorare?
Well, when I'm told like 1.2 million a month when I'm told stuff.
Sorry?
I said they tell us 1.2 million.
Yeah, no, but I mean, DraftKings has a significant larger market share than Sorare, etc. So a partnership for DraftKings is way more expensive, but like a partnership for Sorare is not paying much I mean, they're making like 1 million a week right now, maybe a bit more than 1 million a week. I don't think a sponsorship would pay a week of revenue.
Yeah, it might not. But that's why you get a lot of sponsors, Maxime. You just bring them on.
So-
you have the official airline of Sorare, the official food of Sorare. Charlie said, if you are solely focused on ROI, you will always have an issue with rewards. That is not true. If rewards are done correctly, nobody will have an issue with rewards.
No, he's totally right. Charlie, I'm Team Charlie.
I'm Team Charlie is wrong on this immensely. But if the prize pools and rewards are done correctly, a lot less people are going to complain. I hear more people. I hear people complaining at all levels. Let's be honest. I hear whales complaining. I hear non-whales complaining. I hear people that are playing limited only win. I literally see that. You know who complains the most? The people that are playing free to play amateur contests. They complain the most that they can't win shit. That's also because
No, but I mean, I think you can't align the vision of players on the prize pool because so many players think differently than you are, and like you have like so many versions of an accurate prize pool, of what would be an accurate prize pool, and I think that sometimes you just have to let it go and say I can't do it, and there's a great tool that is randomness that helps a lot with that.
Or there's a tool called selling your gallery that also helps with it.
No, but I think it comes down to and really the main point I think is it comes down to knowing what kind of a product Sorare is, and I'm not sure we know that yet.
Charlie said, which non-whales are complaining about rewards? Charlie, I don't know if you're not seeing people complain about rewards, then I am not sure where you're looking.
They're different complaints. Like
They're
the lower
different
down you
complaints.
get, people are complaining it's too hard to win them.
Correct.
And then people who win rewards complain about the rewards they win.
The words suck when that you do win. So that take was a very wrong take by Charlie.
But no, but
I'm saying, I think he's right though. I think the people in
Yeah.
limited and rare are not actually complaining about the rewards they win.
No,
Like, that's what you're complaining about.
No, they're complaining about rewards. They're complaining about rewards. I'm saying they're still complaining about rewards. Yeah, they're not complaining. They're complaining they're not winning rewards.
Right, it's lack of rewards. Yeah.
They're complaining they're not winning rewards because the reward pool sucks. I'm saying that even if you win rewards, they suck and it doesn't matter.
They're not complaining that the reward pools suck. They're complaining because there are not enough rewards.
Which is the reward pool. It's the overall reward pool sucks because it's not big enough. They're not winning rewards. Which Maxime
can't get any
will
bigger.
say, that is wrong. They're giving away too many cards anyways.
well, who can actually say that they are giving not enough cards? Who can actually say that with like real context of like how bad they're performing this year and how like crazy the number of cards they're actually giving away each game week is? It's like maybe they're not like targeting the right players to actually reward. That's another problem. But saying they're giving not enough rewards to players, it's not true. You just have to see how many cards they sell and how many cards they reward.
I like this comment from Ragdan. Says you can't judge whales for not continuously depositing. Aren't the millions previously put in worth anything? Maybe it's Sorare who had over expectations. Yeah. The problem is that they didn't put millions in. There are a lot of whales who have millions in that did not put.
No, some did.
Some did, absolutely.
But like, it's not about like how much did you deposit. It's like, what's your balance on the game? Did you make money on Sorare? Did you make a lot of money on Sorare, or did you like, or you're still not making much money on Sorare? Are you a losing player or a winning player? That comes down to this. And I mean, bookmakers are chasing good players from their platform for a good reason. They want only like 10% of their user base to actually win stuff. And I think that when you look at like original users like OG, you have a lot of players that have made a lot of money on Sorare and are still making money on Sorare and will be making money on Sorare without spending a single penny on the platform. And I think that's a problem. And I don't say that's the problem. I'm not judging whales for not depositing anymore. I'm not depositing money anymore. But I'm only looking at the fact that if they still make money without giving some to Sorare, and if Sorare is still like losing in terms of revenue compared to the last year, they're going to have a problem. Sean, you have to pay for your ETH you're getting every week.
I do pay. My gallery goes down weekly.
No, well, you're not.
That's not paying.
Well,
anything.
that's true. That's true. That's actually true.
That's not wrong.
You have to win to actually make sure your gallery value stays.
No, I literally can't even do that anymore. I can just smash my brains out and my gallery still goes down. It does, so it doesn't even matter. You just lose it now.
Yeah, but you have a lot of illiquid cards, so that's why also your gallery value is not very accurate.
No, but it's not even about. It's all the. I have a lot of illiquid cards that don't change their values at all, but all the cards that do change their values go down.
Yeah.
Like last week, my gallery value was 385. This week, it's at 375, and I just won 2 ETH worth of cards in the last weekend.
Have you considered buying cards that go up?
Well, there's none, so I can't. I mean, I would love to go down those type of cards, but they unfortunately don't really exist.
No, but Andrew, we're going to do at some time, like next week or maybe the week after, episode 2 of Sorare Sustainability. But where this one we're going to ask people to actually submit ideas, and we're not going to propose some. Well, I will propose some, but
we got in trouble last time for our suggestions.
You want to know like the only card who's not down in the last 2 months, Laird?
Jude.
No, Jude's down. Oh. The actual best card of the platform, Laird.
Carlos Hill.
Carlos Hill. No, Jude.
Well, it's going to go down. Well, Thiago Almada is going down.
Well,
right now,
Almada's Jude is down. A little bit, but actually not from 2 months ago. 2 months ago, he's up.
Would be interesting.
Holland Rare sold for 1.2 yesterday.
I might be buying.
Maxime without buying a Holland
without fresh money, but I might be buying.
Nanzo actually brings up a good point too. He said it would be interesting to see the percent of whales that are net positive balance. And I think it's literally like if you were in before the boom, you're positive. If not, you're negative.
Yeah. And of how much is the good question, because it's not like about like if they are like if you have like 20% of the whales that are in net positive, but like how much they made is very interesting. And most of them have still cards that they own and have still cards that they can sell. And so, but like if you played Sorare before 2021, and if you spent a lot of money at that point at that time, it's very likely that you made money out of Sorare.
Yeah, but I'm not there. I mean, there's a good shot I don't make money off Sorare, and I've been in for quite a while.
Yeah, because you don't play well.
Yeah, I didn't sell my gallery at all times.
Yeah,
I need to sell. Maybe it's true. I mean,
selling your gallery is part of the game.
Yep, it is. Where's Pavel Trader? Pavel, come into step into my office. I'm gonna sell Maxime my gallery for his NBA cards, and then also a lot of ETH.
No, I can trade like a Haaland for my NBA gallery. Maybe 2 Haalands.
Wow.
And yeah, just like Ben said, Sorare Twitter is horrible. I got off there recently, and I have my fund back, and I think that's something everyone should do.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to Sorare Twitter at all, unless there's something so stupid that someone points it to my attention. I don't pay attention.
The most negative person on my timeline that I still see is Sean when he's complaining about VAR refereeing during a game. But that's
I tweet
about
like once a week max.
Yeah, to complain.
Yeah, what other point is there?
You can say
it's not just that, Maxine. That's actually unfair. I also talk about how horrendous coaches are and refs in college football. You gotta see this. You gotta see this play from college football from a couple weeks ago, where it was a quarterback sneak. Literally, the entire guy's body was in the end zone. Like he was laying entirely in the end zone. Like his ankle was in the end zone. they didn't give him a touchdown. They like, you didn't cross the line. It's like, dude, he's laying in the end zone. His entire body is there. There's
Yeah,
no
but
way.
was his knee down?
No, I'll show you the play after the show. I'll show you the play. I'm gonna tune this up.
Ben is saying something also interesting is that he put 1,500 pounds in 1 year ago and have 55% out in a year. That's crazy for any traditional investment, and he's probably not the only one.
No,
and that's like, if you were playing on like a Bet 365 or William Hill or DraftKings or whatever on a sportsbook, you would be definitely out of the platform already. They would say, no, but we don't want you to play here.
Yeah.
And we have like a very instructive, I have to watch it. I have watched some extracts of it, documentary on that, on French bookmakers that are like chasing good players out of their platforms.
Mm-hmm.
And so I should do that. It's like, pay me or get out. They're going to study my like transactions history and ban me for like a trade I've made years ago.
Is, like, for Sorare, good players are okay. They don't really hurt. If it was a sports betting thing, like, yeah, you wouldn't want good players. But in a game that is against other users, they don't really care if they're good players. Obviously, the bad players are more important. They prefer bad players. But good players that continuously play keeps games active and keeps people playing stuff.
Oh, yeah. So you would mean that the problem is not like good players primes like giving away too much to those players. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Like for like DraftKings and FanDuel, good players, not the sports betting part, the DFS part, they still like the good players to be around because the good players still play and they keep the games active, the lobbies active, stuff like that. Obviously, they would much prefer someone who's horrendous that just is plowing in money.
Why is winning Sorare different to beating the bookies?
Because Sorare is you're playing against other users technically, whereas like bookies, you're playing against the bookie. So if you're a good player and you're betting against the book, you're taking money from the book. In Sorare perspective or like DFS perspective, you're taking money from another user.
Okay. So let me hear me on this, and then we are going to free Andrew, who's very frustrated right now. But so, what if I told you that every game week is hurting every Sorare player? Sean.
I mean, they're giving away a shitload of cards. They auction off a shitload of cards.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest problem. And people, I don't think like I'm not sure players realize how hurtful game weeks are for them.
I mean, yeah, but you have to give away something that's valuable.
No. Yeah, I'm saying you have. You don't have to give away stuff. I'm saying you're hurting yourself by playing the game because, well, not exactly, but the game being run hurts the platform. Well, the game being run this way hurts the platform because it's printing too many cards.
So I think the thing that's ignored is that sports books try to throw out winning players because it costs them money. And there are a lot of users on the platform that cost Sorare a lot of money by paying them thresholds and rewards with no new money coming in.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing.
Yeah. I'm not sure about new money. I think like it's about like, what's your balance, right? How much did you pay Sorare, or how much did you pay to actually get the cards, and how much Sorare made out of it, and how much they gave you back?
But it's possible, and obviously this is an extreme example, but it's possible that somebody could have bought. Actually, this is exactly what could happen. You come in with a lot of money, you buy a gallery, which prior to the secondary market fee, Sorare would make zero on. It costs them because they have to pay all the gas fees to transfer the cards. And you never buy from auction. All you've done is cost Sorare.
Yes, but in theory, having someone buying cards makes the price go a bit higher because unless like it's a free fall and you're the only one buying. Having more buyers is good to the platform.
Sure, but
Yeah.
But
having good
yeah.
auction buyers is good for the platform.
Yes. No, but that's correct.
The
That's
the worst people on Sorare are the people that are buying threshold grinding, and that they just have like a very small amount of players and they just pull out what they make and that's it.
Depends how much they spent to actually get those thresholds. I mean, if you're like a 10% player that like wins like 10%, well, like 1 out of 10 divisions, you win your threshold. Well, you're probably an interesting player for Sorare.
The good news is I had this college football play ready for you.
Yeah, thanks. I was waiting for this clip.
Well, I gotta wait till after the show.
I already forgotten about it, but
we'll probably get blocked.
No, but we're going to discuss that on. Well, Andrew, I guarantee you, we're going to do like things well. We'll have like an Excel sheet with numbers, and we'll have a sign that says, "Yes, we know new users are helpful to this problem." And yes, we talked about sponsorships and partnerships, and even Sean told us that we should have the official airline, the official drink, the official computer of Sorare, and we talked about that.
We all know the iPhone is the official phone of Sorare because our hold on.
Where did Maxime go? Oh, there he is.
I mic dropped. I mic dropped. No, it's just...
I was gonna say you can't leave until you see the college football play.
That interrupted my joke of the iPhone being the official phone of Sorare since they don't have an Android app that works. Anyway.
And just to say, Nenzo is right, and we're not blaming the users here. Yeah. We're blaming the model. If the model doesn't work, I mean,
correct.
That's
the whole gist of the whole thing, right? Is like it's not the user's fault if the users aren't incentivized to play.
Oh, definitely. If there's $100 on the ground, you're not going to blame like the $100 on the ground being there. You're going to take them and profit from it. I mean, I wouldn't blame anyone, and I don't blame myself for playing Sorare. But I just say that if you want to change the model, people have to understand why you need to change it.
Yep. You want to end on this college football play that Maxime and I are doing?
Well, yeah, man, I can't show you. I got to show you. I can't. You don't want me to share the screen of like ESPN3, do you?
I don't care.
I mean, are you going to get like banned or something on YouTube or something?
Oh, I have no idea.
Let's avoid that.
Yeah, I'll do it off stream. Well, we can end and then I'll show you guys.
All right, that's fair. Thank you to everybody for joining us. Congratulations to Wenmoon on their new Jude Bellingham 3D unique card that can spin as many times as possible. 88,031 cents, 49.3397 ETH. So congrats on that. Thank you to everybody for joining. If you could please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. And yeah, who knows what the next one will be? Who knows if we'll even do a show for it? Maybe we'll do Haaland. That's probably it. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, thank you, everybody, and see you around.